Also Thursday night, Florida at Utah. Now, quickly on this game, Utah is favored and rightly so. Now, let's remember, this Utah team goes down to Florida a year ago and they lost. They lost that game. That was a major problem for the entire conference because we all knew that like Florida wasn't going to be a top-end SEC team, and yet we expected Utah to be a top-end Pac-12 team, which they ended up being. And so here we are in a situation where one of the best Pac-12 teams lost to middling SEC team, and that's not going to help you in the modern 4-team playoff. It's just not. This needs to change this year because Florida is again picked what? I finished like fourth, fifth in the SEC East. This is not a team that anyone thinks all that highly of down in the SEC, and rightly so. Rightly so. Meanwhile, Utah is still considered one of the better teams in the Pac-12. Now, there is a major caveat in this game, which is who's playing quarterback for Utah. Is Cam Rising going to be healthy after that knee injury in the Rose Bowl, or is he not going to be healthy? Now, I don't expect him to play. I don't know that to be for sure, but I don't expect him to play in this game. With that being said, Utah needs, and the Pac-12 needs them to believe that they are the better program. Don't worry about what logo is out there or what conference is out there. Utah is at home. They are better in terms of overall roster. They're tougher at the line of scrimmage. They can run the ball. They can play defense, and that's a tough place to play. They've got to take care of business against Florida. The Pac-12 desperately needs them to take care of business against Florida. This is a game that will resonate throughout the rest of the season in terms of how we view not only Utah, but the rest of the Pac-12. And there's a few of those games, by the way, in the non-conference. Utah's got this game. They've also got Baylor, I believe. You've got Oregon and TCU. You've got Washington and Michigan State. USC is going to have to play Notre Dame. These are the games that I'm looking at this Pac-12, and I'm like, I think highly of the Pac-12. I've got 5 of these teams in my top 15 in the preseason. Every one of those games that I just mentioned, the Pac-12 team should be favored to win. You've got to go win those games. If this conference is finally going to get a breakthrough playoff appearance here in the last year of its existence and the 4-team playoffs existence, they've got to start winning these games, and it starts Thursday night with Utah over Florida. By the way, Jaquindon Jackson, he's a guy I really like for them. Thank you for watching the Joel Klatt Show YouTube channel. And if you liked this clip, make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel, and you can stay up to date on all of my college football coverage.